everyone, it's Kosher Mom here. I'm Maya and I am about to start making you the best recipe that ever lived when it comes to olives. Okay, so I'm using Israeli pitted olives for this. And the reason why I have it in a pan here for you, in a pot rather, is because we're gonna boil this 3 times to take the bitterness out, okay? So that's what we're doing. See, it's Israeli pitted olives from Brifen. I don't know if that makes a difference to you. To me, it doesn't. I use any company. It's on sale, and it's on sale because I'm cooking it anyway. So that's what I'm using. And I'm gonna be using this pot here to make the sauce. Next, you will need a half a cup of oil, 1 red pepper, a thing of cilantro or parsley, whatever you want to use. So here I have parsley in a bag because I'm not using it, but I am using the cilantro. We will be soaking this in water, soap, and salt so that all the bugs and whatnot comes out. So it's checked, and it's, in case it wasn't checked, all the bugs out. That's for that viewer before. Next, here I have for you about 5 tomatoes. I will probably be using more, I don't know, but you can start with 4 to 5 tomatoes. Then I have these things of garlic, and I have some already peeled, as you can see. And the amount that this recipe is called for with the garlic is about 2 cloves, but I love garlic, so the more the better. So I'm gonna pretty much be using whatever I have peeled already. I have 1 jalapeno pepper that I'll be putting in there. And now for the spices. We have half a teaspoon of salt and pepper, as well as half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of turmeric. This is optional. I don't like turmeric, but I'll be using it this time. Just trying to see if I like it or not. There's also 1 tablespoon of paprika and oil. Now, usually they sell this in the kosher Jewish stores, but I don't have that. So basically what they do is just kind of make it very oily. So all you do is take your paprika, mix it with a little oil, you got pretty much the same thing. It's the same concept. So, but for the sauteing, I'll be using olive oil, but for the paprika and oil, I use regular oil. And I use very little. It all depends how much paprika you put in. Okay, and the next thing that I have is tomato paste, which you put about 1 tablespoon, but I like it very saucy. I like my sauces and my foods very, very wet and red and thick. It all depends what your preference is. And last but not least, I will be putting this tomato juice because, like I said, I like more redness, and I say I'd be using about a half a cup to a cup of this. So let's begin. And in case I forgot to tell you, I will be grinding the tomatoes here. That's what it's called. Okay, so now we'll be moving on over to the stove, and I'll show you exactly how to begin and make this sauce. Go. All right. I have the olives boiling up here, and now I've heated the pan up so it's nice scorching hot. Now I'm gonna add the oil, the olive oil, the half a cup right there for you. Whoops. It's gonna sizzle up a little, and then we'll wait a few seconds, and then we'll add the garlic. Well, we can actually do it right now. Okay, don't forget to stir your garlic, and put your degrees at 5 medium, and I'm gonna have to mix this up. And next we're gonna add the red pepper. So here I added in the red pepper. It's cut into strips. You can cut it into any way you like. I'm sauteing it together. Make sure that your garlic didn't get burned, and this is gonna caramelize together right now and incorporate a little bit of flavor. And it's very good when the red pepper gets infused with the garlic. And right now we're gonna go and get our mixture of spices together. I'm putting in the paprika, and since I don't have, like I said before, the paprika with the Moroccan paprika in oil, I'm just gonna do it myself. It's basically the same concept. So what I'm gonna do is just add the oil onto here, not too much, and then I'm going to add a little bit of this consomme soup powder. Add a little bit of that, and what this does is that it lets me incorporate the seasoning before I even put them in, which is great. I'm gonna add a little bit of the cumin in here. This is my way of doing it. You can do it any way you like. People mix seasoning any way they like, and basic thing is it all goes back in there anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
What is that?
Oh, this is onion powder and the garlic powder right here. And now I'm gonna get a spoon and mix this up, but let me add the black pepper. That you could always also improvise and add as you go along, so that's not a problem. And I'm not a fan of turmeric, but I'm gonna put it a little in there for tasting. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but here you go. Now I'm gonna go get a spoon. So I'm stirring in the olives so they can get the infusion of the garlic into them. We let them set in and get all the flavor. And while we're doing that, as you can see, I have some bigger olives, some smaller. I always interchange it. It doesn't really matter to me. I just really like this recipe, and once you boil it, it doesn't make a difference. The bitterness is out. And once I'm done stirring this, I'm gonna let it wait a few seconds, and then I'm gonna add the spice mixture that I have made. Okay, now I'm about to add my mixture of the spices.
Wow.
Now I'm adding in my grinded tomatoes, and the peel, what I did is I cut it up, so you can add that in like that, like so. And I grinded the tomatoes, and then I chopped up the skin of it, so all the flavors, and it's really good to have tomatoes in, and it's really yummy that way. So this is what we're gonna do right now. We're just gonna incorporate the tomatoes into this dish. Now you see that this is a little very watery, and I don't really like it that way, specifically me. So I'm gonna add the tomato paste right now to thicken it up. This is as you go along, you see what you like and how you like it. So I'm gonna just add right here. Now, like I said, it's a tablespoon of tomato paste, but this is all eyeballing it is what I'm doing, and I'm putting as I go along. Now I'm putting in a few spots of the pot, as you can see. And now I'm gonna stir it in, and it's gonna soak into the sauce. Okay guys, now it's time to add the sea salt. I'm gonna be using coarse sea salt. This is according to taste. This is very thick, so you want to be careful with it. And next I'm gonna add the black pepper. Even though I added it into my mixture, it's always good to have black pepper because you want a little spice, a little flavor in there. And now we're gonna be mixing it up again and looking to see where the tomato paste has brought us to. And you see it thickened up very, very nicely. And I'm gonna add tomato juice to this because it's a little bit on the oily side, but this is the way it's supposed to look like. I just really, really like it tomato-ish. So I'm gonna let this reduce for a little bit, and I'll be back and show you what it looks like after the tomato juice. Now I'll be adding the tomato juice in here. And my helper there, she's laughing because she thinks I'm gonna spill it.
I'm not laughing.
So that's my.
Also, I'm helping.
Now I'm gonna be adding the jalapeno. I just took one jalapeno because my family doesn't like things too spicy.
Except for me.
Cilantro. So you can just add sprigs of it. Now my husband likes me to cut the stems of them. I don't really care because I know how to take stems out. So putting it in like so, and after that you let it simmer a little while longer and we should be good. Okay guys, so this is the finished product. I am about to taste this. I can't wait to tell you what it tastes like. I took some from the pot. Here it is. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you can get notifications when I post new videos. And follow me on all my social media outlets. I'll put the link below. And comment if you have any comments. See you. Shabbat Shalom. Hi everyone, this is Kosher Mom. My name is Maya in case you didn't get it until now. I will be cooking for you Moroccan fish. Nope. Hi everyone, this is Kosher Mom, Maya here. I am about to make you the best recipe I think ever lived. You made me laugh. So now I'm gonna be eating. Now I'm gonna be adding the sea salt. So guys, now it's time to add the salt. I'm gonna use coarse sea salt and add it in.
Where Kathy is?
Tastes so good.